Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be trying to complete all the levels of FROSTCLAW'S Revenge. I'm gonna attempt to make it all the way to FROSTCLAW'S castle, and I'll be giving tips along the way to help you all out. I'm not sure if I'll get someone to join me. Hopefully I can, since it's pretty difficult to beat it by yourself. Anyways, let's get right into it. I was able to get this girl to join my lobby. Hopefully now we stand a chance of making it to the end. I'll speed up most of the combat parts, especially at the start, since all of you are probably familiar with these levels by now. I'm trying to keep Santa from taking any damage in the early levels, since it's gonna be super difficult by the end. I think the most important thing that decides whether you win or lose is the upgrades you choose. Like I said in my How to Beat FROSTCLAW'S Revenge Every Time video, upgrades to sword and deer damage and speed are the best. But I also realized that you should upgrade joy bombs as well, especially towards the end when you're going to need them. Right now we're in Canyons 2 with a score of 470. That's pretty good for just starting. I'm going to speed up the rest of this level until we're in Plains. Just now I prioritized sword damage over joy bombs, because I can always get joy bomb upgrades later on. The best thing for right now would be to defeat the enemies as quickly as possible. I have 2 sword damage upgrades now, so I'll be able to take out a snowman in one hit. To handle the snow bosses, I use a joy bomb on each of them, and avoid getting damage while hitting them with my sword. Don't forget to make sure Santa is okay though, since for some reason he can't protect himself. I finally have the opportunity to upgrade my joy bombs, so now I'll spawn in with 3. I recommend starting to upgrade them in the Plains level, since that's where you're going to need them when the enemies swarm you. We made it through the canyons, now let's beat the Plains as well. Again, I'm trying not to let Santa lose much health, but also remember to keep your own health up. Dying too many times leaves Santa and your teammate vulnerable, so try to keep the number of respawns to 2. I don't think the golden apple upgrades are worth it. If you want to upgrade your health, you can do the Dr. Heart upgrade where you slowly heal. This one here is just a one-time use, and I personally think it's better if you're slowly healing. That's why I picked the one where the deer attacks often, because they deal a lot of damage sometimes. We're in Plains 2 right now, so I'm going to skip to Plains 4. Just before the bosses spawn. After Plains 2, I picked the speed upgrade, and now I'm picking the powerful sword upgrade. So now I have 3 sword upgrades. 2 upgrades to my deer's damage, 1 to speed, and 1 extra joy bomb upgrade. I think an artillery like that is exactly what it takes to beat this minigame. Anyways, about the snowmen bosses. Avoid getting hit by the snowballs that they throw, and avoid being damaged in the red circles. I recommend trying to get both of them close together, and using a joy bomb on them both, like I did earlier, then gradually taking down their health. Also watch out for the ice cubes, since their spikes can come at you from anywhere and deal a lot of damage. Right now I can defeat the ice cubes with one hit, thanks to my sword upgrades, so I try to get rid of those first. Oh, another snowman boss. And a snow boss from the canyons. Those don't seem as intimidating now when we have the snowman bosses. Most importantly, don't forget about Santa and don't leave him vulnerable. To move on from here, you gotta defeat all the enemies that are spawned in, which we did as you can see. I just picked +1 deer damage as this upgrade. It's time to go to the final level, FROSTCLAW'S Castle. The mobs for the first round are the same, so I'll speed this part up. All my upgrades are making it super easy to defeat the enemies, even though there's a lot of them. Here's the Dr. Heart upgrade I was talking about. When given a choice between that and Golden Apple, I would always recommend picking that since it's continuous. Here comes the Ice Golem mob. These are like mini bosses, but they aren't difficult to defeat with plenty sword upgrades. Just make sure to avoid the icicles that they send down, and you'll be perfectly fine. Santa doesn't get damaged by the icicles, so don't worry if they fall on him. I'm going to speed it up again here, until the last round. I decided to pick joy bombs for these last 2 upgrades, so I'll have 5 to defeat FROSTCLAW with at the end. The number of mobs can look overwhelming, but once you focus on defeating them and not losing health, you'll be fine, especially if you have someone to help you. Let's skip to the last level. I went straight for the group of enemies behind and used a joy bomb to take them out. That'll be helpful later since we don't have to worry about Santa being left vulnerable. FROSTCLAW spawns in with a protective shield around him, so just avoid getting damaged by his attacks until his shield goes down. When it goes down, use a combination of joy bombs and hits with your sword to defeat him and the enemies that he spawns in. Once FROSTCLAW dies, just defeat the remaining enemies and the game is over. I got more than 20k gingerbread just from that, and also a winter deer bait for beating the mini game. I wish you all luck and I hope you enjoyed this video.